from Sri Lanka to come to the podium. Thank you.
The Employers Federation of Ceylon extends its highest consideration to the Vice President's presiding, congratulate the Director General for his report and place our appreciation to the Employers Activities Bureau for its continued support. Excellencies and distinguished delegates, as the EFC celebrates 90 years of service to employers in Sri Lanka, we take pride in having implemented proactive measures to prevent industrial disputes, promote social dialogue, as well as create an enabling environment for sustainable enterprises to thrive despite many challenges. The EFC's commitment to tripartism is firmly rooted in the organization's value proposition and reflected in the interventions that we have supported over the years. This year, we extended our support to successfully complete Sri Lanka's 7th Decent Work Country Programme. The director of the ILO in Sri Lanka and her colleagues well facilitated this initiative. EFC members employ approximately 35% of the total employed in the formal private sector. This number is much higher if we were to include our partners. The Secretariat continues to offer a portfolio of services, and new services include a diploma in employment relations launched in collaboration with the ITC campus in Turin. We remain a source of technical expertise for employers' organizations. The EFC is at the forefront of formulating progressive employment policy and have a zero tolerance policy against all forms of discrimination and abuse at the workplace, including violence and sexual harassment targeting women. We continue to promote these values through codes of conduct and intending launching gender audits as a new service benefiting employers. It is incumbent upon us to accommodate new trends of employment, including diverse forms of work. Steering employers to successfully transform businesses and take full advantage of opportunities offered by the digital economy is of paramount importance. In doing so, accommodating work-life balance values is equally important. As a believer in the principle that no one should be left behind, we have extended our cooperation to workers and their representatives to overcome the challenges that we are likely to contend with during any transition. Similarly, we have commenced offering meaningful services to our regional partners. The SMEs is a segment that contributes approximately 54% to GDP, and many of these entrepreneurs are in a transitional phase. A recent EFC-initiated deliberation on the informal economy has given us much-needed insight on how we should approach in assisting those operating in this sector. We are also working with the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health to promote the universal adherence of OHS standards in the country through a certification that will be of value even to micro and the self-employed. Similarly, the EFC has positioned many interventions directed at achieving Sri Lanka's social development goals. Our support for the National Skills Program, promoting certification of recognition of prior learning based on the NVQ system, is a good example. The proposed introduction of a skills passport will facilitate the recognition of skills as well as enable workers to benefit from better work opportunities locally as well as overseas. The EFC supports the Global Compact on Migration and have also called on authorities to facilitate greater EO-to-EO cooperation in receiving and sending states to strengthen national initiatives and ensure orderly migration and create better working conditions. We are committed to work in partnership with stakeholders both in public and private sector in promoting sustainable and inclusive enterprises. The Employers Network on Disability of the EFC continues to assist persons with disabilities to enhance their competencies and to find jobs. The dedicated resource center has been recognized worldwide as a model and now conducts services such as orientation and programs and access audits for employers. The Employers National Network of Youth Initiatives, which draws inspiration from the GAN, can be cited as another initiative aimed at alleviating the socio-economic conditions of vulnerable segments, especially youth. Our involvement in education policy setting is multi-pronged. Aside from sharing information pertaining to demand side and developing curricula, we guide young persons to take advantages of the opportunities offered by the private sector. In conclusion, I wish to thank the IOE, all our overseas partners, including the ITC campus in Turin, Keida and Renhaida, as well as the Dutch Employers Cooperation Program for their continued assistance in enhancing EFC capacity. I also wish to reminisce and place on record our appreciation for the contribution made by past CEOs, members of the Council, and a progressive membership that has shaped the EFC into a strong, sustainable, and resilient employers organization. Thank you very much.